I get a lot of people asking me how we were blessed to walk away from corporate America in our early 30s. Well, listen, I don't want to keep that a secret. I want to share it with the world. And so maybe you're listening to this podcast and you're trying to figure out, how do I even get started on my journey of entrepreneurship and getting to a level of freedom? Well, text the word freedom to 737 777 9909. Enter your information in, and we look forward to sharing some information with you. A proven system with small overhead, right? That you can do part-time, spare time, right from the comfort of your home, and have amazing mentors, coaches, and a community of entrepreneurs who are willing to support you and help you on your journey to freedom. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales. Have you ever felt stuck? Have you ever felt like there's got to be more than life than the reality that you see every day? Tune in weekly, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as we crack the codes to freedom in every area of your life. Welcome to Code Freedom. This is your host, Eddie Bales, and this is episode 234. And I'm excited because we're going to talk about how we can use ChatGPT to get closer to freedom in every area of your life, by the way. And so let's jump right in. And you may be thinking, yeah, I've been hearing about ChatGPT. I'm actually kind of tired of it. And some of you guys, you may be hearing about this for the first time, but stick with us because I think you'll find some of the ideas that we'll share to be very fascinating. But one of the things that a lot of people might ask is, what's the difference between Chat GPT and things like Google, right? Usually when we want to know something, we go to Google, right? Well, I would say one of the differences is that if you Google something, for the most part, it's going to give you broad and general information. And you got to click on links and go down a rabbit hole to find some of the things that you want, right? But with ChatGPT, it a lot of times it will customize based on you, based on the questions you've asked in the past, based on, by the way, you want to ask it detailed questions, because it's going to almost act as if it was a person giving you information. And it's going to really give you certain nuances that Google wouldn't give you. So from that perspective, it's really, really helpful. And you can use this tool for so many different things. Like, for instance, you can use it in your marriage, you can use it in your health, you can use it for building your business, you can use it for all kind of stuff. Now, you don't want to ask it opinionated questions because ChatGPT is not going to give you any opinionated answers. So don't ask it questions like, is God real, or anything like that. That's something you want to discover on your own, and obviously, discover by seeking, God out, right? However, if you ask it certain questions like, help me to create a a Facebook post that will give lots of engagement around this topic, right? It's going to give you some really good ideas, and it's going to write it out as if it was a person. And so that can be very helpful. Of course, you want to take that element of information and you want to make it your own. You want to put yourself into it, sprinkle yourself into it, but use the information to help you create whatever it is you're looking to create. Maybe you might ask it, hey, what are some great date night ideas? Right now, you might ask Google that, but maybe with ChatGPT, you may say, hey, what are some great date night ideas for my wife or my husband, whatever your situation is, for a Friday night of being after being married for 12 years or 10 years or 5 years or however long you've been married. So you just ask it more questions so that I can give you extra elements of information, right? Maybe you might ask it some health questions, like, hey, what are some great ways to lose weight in the next 3 weeks? But don't just say lose weight. You want to lose X number of pounds in the next 3 weeks. So now you're gonna give it all this information, detailed questions that can give you more detailed information and detailed answers. Okay, but listen, this can be a phenomenal tool. I'm telling you. See, most people will look at it just as a source of information, but you want to use it as a way to monetize this information, so that you can not so much not always monetize it. I mean, that's just one element because again, we're talking about every area of freedom. But imagine being able to get more. I get more freedom from it. Why? Because look, I use it a lot of times for the descriptions of this podcast lately, and it's been very helpful because sometimes I just don't always know what to say, nor do I want to take the time to figure out what to say. I know what I need to say, but I don't know how to really frame it all together. But it can give me a great element of words and ideas and a framework. And then I can take that framework and add my own extra stuff into it as well. So it's very helpful. It can save you a lot of time, a lot of money, right? It can save you a lot of energy, right? So the key is that we can use this platform, which is free, right? And we can use this to really enhance ourselves, right? I mean, think about it. Don't get me wrong, we're always going to need the human element of things, right? Like, for instance, maybe you have a personal trainer and you use a personal trainer to help you with certain exercises and things like that, and to be there, to be present with you. But what if, you just have to ask a quick question and you don't want to, call your personal trainer and you just need an answer to a question right away? What if you could ask that detailed question and get a detailed answer that could really be helpful and beneficial to you? You get what I'm saying? So there's a lot of different ways. And by the way, ChatGPT is not the only platform out there like this. Have you ever wanted to invest in the stock market, but you just didn't know which platform to use? Well, there's an easy app that I like to use. It's simple and it's free. It's called Robinhood. And if you go into our show notes, you actually can click on the link. You can set up an account. Again, it's free. And when you do that, once you set it up, you actually can get a free stock just for being a Code Freedom listener. And so, look, you can do short term trading, long term trading. You can buy options, and there's so many other little different things that you can do. So take advantage of it today, and let's get you on your course to investing. Have you ever wanted to invest in the stock market, but you just didn't know how? That's exactly where I found myself. Is I just didn't know what to pick it, when to sell it, all of that good stuff. But I found an online community. I've been with this community for about a year now, and I love it. It's amazing. They discuss things like generational wealth, stock options, investing, business strategy, and so much more. So, online community that will support, encourage, and hold each other accountable to achieving goals and striving for greatness. So we talk about things like get money and buy income, but how do you buy income? What do you buy? Well, these are the types of things that we talk about in this community, and I think you'll enjoy it. So if you'd like to be a part of it, you get a special link. It's bit.ly/wealth squad 3. That's bit.ly/wealth squad 3. And you get a chance to be a part of this amazing community. And let's grow together. There's something called Chinchilla AI that Google has. And there's a lot of other platforms like Canva has a AI system built into it, and other stuff. And some of you guys may be thinking, you know, this is all so new, but really, this has been around for a while. First off, ChatGPT has been around since 2015. It was founded by 5 people, and I won't go through all of those people, but one of them is Elon Musk, right? And the CEO is Sam Altman. Now, Elon Musk is no longer on the board with them because he's focused on his companies and things. However, just know that there are a lot of other different platforms that are embracing this AI model. So it's here to stay. And by the way, we've been using this type of stuff for a long time anyway. It's not anything new. How about Siri, right? How about Alexa, right? How about all these different things, or Google Voice, I'm sorry, Google Talk, or something like that? There's all these different elements of things that we use that have incorporated this AI model into it. But the thing that I want to emphasize to you is that you use it for your benefit. You use it in your every way of life to enhance your life, right? So I want you to start using it, and I want you to test it out. I'm not an expert, by the way. I'm still brand new in using it, but I've been enjoying some of the results that I've been getting for lots of different things in lots of different areas. So I'll ask it questions about exercises and workouts and diets, and I'll ask it questions about things for relationships and things. I'll ask it all kinds of questions. I may even ask it some Bible questions and see where that goes. I'm testing it out, and I'm just asking. I'm telling you, this would be a good idea for you to test out and see if it could be something. And I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from our audience. How's it working for you? Maybe you can share some ideas that I hadn't thought of. But I'm telling you, you can use it. Let me give you some ideas of things. You can use it for social media content. You can use it for coding, right? You can use it to help you build a website. You can now, don't get me wrong, it's not going to build the website for you, but it certainly can give you some work, some keywords, some SEO, search engine optimization stuff. I mean, it could give you all kind of cool stuff to help you to not have to do all this research and not have to go from this site to that site and all this other stuff, but you have one centralized location in place where you can just ask all the questions that you need. It saves it, right? It saves all your questions too. So you can actually go back and see some of the questions that you asked and see. And by the way, here's what's interesting. You may ask the same question twice and it may give you different answers because it's always updating, it's always evolving, it's always getting more information. And you may ask it different as it starts to get to know who you are and the types of questions that you ask. It's going to be able to cater some of that to you. So there's one lady who actually has a name for her chat GPT, and she really treats it like it's her secretary or her personal assistant. I may do something like that myself, who knows. But just know that this can be a game changer for all of us if we really start to jump on it. See, remember back in the day when we thought social media was just going to be a little fad, right? Well, look, obviously social media is here to stay. And guess what? Some people still haven't taken full advantage of all the benefits you can get from it. So let's not miss this because it's not going anywhere. It's going to be here. It's already been here, right? So this is just a message to you all to say, hey, let's jump on this. Let's find ways to take advantage of this and be creative. There's so many ideas out there that I can give you that I'm learning and discovering and understanding and hearing about. And maybe I'll have some people on the show that can speak to it from a higher level. But just from me using it in my own experience, it's been a game changer. And I'm telling you, we're creating a lot of great things with it. Even my wife and I, and you'll hear more, and we'll share some of those things more in detail as we finish it and finish creating it. But just know that this is a game changer for a lot of different areas of your life. So ChatGPT and some of these AIs, let's embrace it. Now, don't get me wrong. Hey, maybe there are some negative sides to it. There's a negative side to everything, right? There's even negative sides to social media, right? So we need to look at all the different things to it, but certainly let's look at more of the positives and focus on all the good that we can get from it because it can do so many good things for us if we learn how to use it. One of the biggest things I will say is that I'm learning personally is that you need to ask it the right questions. Think of it like a prompter. It's going to it can answer the questions as good as you can ask the questions. So if you can ask it some detailed questions, or if you could be very specific about what you want, don't just say I want to lose weight. Give me some information on how to lose weight. Say, hey, I'd like to lose weight. Um, in the next 3 weeks, I'd like to lose this many pounds. This is how much I weigh right now. And I'm struggling with some of these things. Right. And then watch the information that just starts to unfold. And so I'm just using that as an example. But again, that you can use it for all different areas of your life. And I'm using it for every area that I can. So I hope this has been helpful. This is a short episode, but I hope a powerful and impactful one. And hey, drop it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to our different channels and things like that. But I would love if you guys tell me how you're using it and how it's helping you with all the things that you guys got going on. So God bless you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see y'all on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for listening. Definitely feel free to take a screenshot of this episode, tag me in it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you find me on social media. I would love to give you a shout out. Hey, you might even get a prize. Who knows? But excited that you had a chance to take a listen. I hope you got a lot of value. And definitely feel free to give us 5 stars as well as a review. Show us some love, and we appreciate you. God bless you all, and see you all over the top.